What's up, y'all? Y'all already know that it is your girl, Jerry Alicia, with Dear Christian Black Girl. Y'all already know this is your favorite podcast where you can get with your Christian homegirls and talk about all the things. Y'all know this podcast is hosted by my best friend, my homegirl, my sis, Tiffany Dillard. What's up, boo?
What up, though,
What
people?
up, though? So before we get started, I do have some disclaimers. If I don't seem like my bubbly self today, I want y'all to know I'm okay. We are recording this on September 11th. The past 48 hours, the past 72 hours have actually been insane in the United States of these Americas. Okay, we've had a young lady
That's been
get
since
killed on the
January
subway.
1.
And I think she was from Ukraine. We had the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which has rocked a lot of people's worlds. And let me just say this. Yes, I am a Christian black woman and I mourn the loss of Charlie Kirk. However, I do know that he has said some egregious things. That does not matter because his wife and kids saw him die. It doesn't matter. And so we're not doing that. We're not going down the Charlie Kirk rabbit hole on today. But if I seem a little somber, this is why, because it's just been a weird week in America. Okay. But y'all, today we have an amazing guest on today. And I know I always say that I'm excited about our guests, but I really do be excited, y'all. Like, it's not a lie. I really be excited. But let me just set this up for y'all because I actually don't know the guest. Tiffany does not know the guest that we are having on today. So let me tell y'all how this went down. Originally, we were supposed to have a recording with Prophetess Diane, but a couple of days ago, she sent me a text message and it was like 8 o'clock at night. She was like, "Hey, can you talk for a minute?" Now, when the prophets text your phone and be like, "Hey, can you talk?" I don't know about y'all, but when they be like, I have prophetic friends, and when they be texting my phone like that, like I be having mild heart palpitations because I be like, "What are they finna say? What's finna happen?" Like I don't know. So I really didn't know how that conversation was gonna go. But she introduced me to our guest on today, whose name is Teandra. And Teandra has an amazing story. I will butcher this story because I don't personally know Teandra, so I will probably leave out a whole bunch of details. I'm not even finna do that to y'all on today. Instead, I'm gonna let Teandra introduce her own self. She's so amazing, she's so bubbly, she's so cute, and we love her already. And so we're gonna let Teandra tell us about herself, and then we're gonna get into this conversation. Hi, Teandra.
Okay. Hello. My name is Teandra, and I am from Columbia, South Carolina. I relocated here in 2019, and I've been here ever since. And I started teaching back in 2016, and I recently separated in May. It was hard to leave the little people, but I felt that my purpose, my dream was something that was much bigger than that. And so I started a business back in 2011 during the pandemic. It was creativities then. And so, of course, I was making t shirts, tumblers, all of the things that everyone wanted. And then I started and stopped, started and stopped, started and stopped. And I did that up until recently, actually, up until January. And so now I'm going full force with it. And I changed my business from creativities to the Teacher Magic Company simply because I'm a former educator and I love making teacher things. So I was like, you know what? Why not go for it? And so that's where we are now with the Teacher Magic Company. And I am loving it, honestly and truthfully.
Okay, so the Teacher Magic Company. I love that because it sounds
Yes.
so kitty. It's like the perfect brand name for a former teacher. I'm just saying. It sounds so amazing. So with the Teacher Magic Company, number one, y'all don't be like me and Tiandra. Don't be doing the whole start and stop thing, okay? If the Lord
Please
gives you
don't.
something, just go with it. Just go with it and see what happens.
Hmm.
But don't do the start and stop. I Listen, I have done it. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I have done the start and stop, and the Lord was like, "Either what are you doing?" Okay, I be getting beat up by the
Exactly.
Lord for real.
Literally.
I be getting beat up by the Lord. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm so sorry. My bad. Um, but the Teacher Magic Company, what kind of things do you create for your brand?
So I create t-shirts, of course, the tumblers. I do digital work
Okay.
for teachers as well. So if you need like mascots for your schools, things
Oh,
like that, I do that as well. Pretty much I do anything teacher related. Whatever you need, like PTO, PTA, merchandise, whatever they're selling, all of the things that are teacher related. I even make things for kids as well. So if they wear school uniforms, I embroider those. Um, Yeah, like pretty much everything
Okay.
teacher related.
Okay.
So everything custom because I growing up I always like my name to be on everything.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what, if I like that, I'm pretty sure there's some other teachers out there who like that as well.
Absolutely.
So so
Absolutely.
yeah, that's who we are.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like it.
especially when people be coming in your classroom and trying to, you
Um,
know,
Trying to take your stuff,
still
be like, nah,
share.
this has my name
Still
on it.
share your
Like, don't
stuff.
mhm.
even play. It has my name
Like
on
we
it.
Exactly.
no,
They love
no.
borrowing with
That has
no
my
intentions of
whole,
returning.
Exactly.
yeah, like my
We're not
whole
gonna say you're
name,
a
my
thief,
whole
but
kid.
also we know that
Right.
you're
You
not
don't
gonna
plan to
return
return that.
this.
Exactly.
Right. They be still sharing.
Right. Sharing is caring. Okay, we got it. So yeah, I love that so much. So you started in 2021?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in 2021.
Okay, so in
That's a long
2021,
time ago.
it was 4 years. 4 whole years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
you're like,
That's the
okay,
same year New Voice was birthed. Yeah.
yeah, it sure was. Uh, so 2021, you're like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, go full force with this. But then you stopped. What happened to make you stop that first time?
Right.
I think it was just like me moving here, being overwhelmed with teaching, getting, adjusted to the area
Uh-huh.
and everything. It was all happening at once. And so I was like, okay, I would do small orders, but then I remember one day my principal walked in and he was like, I like your shirt. Did you make that? And so that was actually like my first bulk order
Mm-hmm.
here. And I was like, okay, well, I can get used to this. And so it kind of continued and I was like, okay, and then I stopped and it was like I said, it was more so the overwhelming
Yeah.
of everything. The
Yeah.
new teacher in the district. Well, I wasn't a new teacher. That was my fourth year teaching when I moved here, but it was still new to me because I'm here by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know anyone, and so it was a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can understand that, not the teacher part, because I don't have the patience to deal with little people all day.
See,
Uh,
that was me. I always said that when I
mm-mm.
first went to
Mm-mm.
college. I started out as computer science and then I switched to
Okay.
education. Now, let's not ask how that happened because I don't know. I do not know how I ended up in the trenches. I don't know. But I was like,
Okay.
you know
But
what?
but
I
you
should
were
have stuck
there.
with that.
You got there.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so here we
Here
are.
we are. Okay. And so you stopped, then you started again. Did you stop again?
I think I did. It's like I kind of, and I honestly, my biggest fear was pushing myself out there on social media. So at one point, I was
Mm.
like, I don't like hearing myself talk. Like I know I talk fast. I know I have a country accent. I know these things, and so I'm like, I don't want to talk in front of people.
Okay.
And so, and then I didn't want to show my face. I just prefer to show people how to make these things, but
Hmm.
I didn't want to actually be the person in front of the camera.
You didn't want to be the
And
face of the
so,
brand,
I didn't.
but it was your
Honestly, I really
brand.
didn't. So, exact. I know. Hey, hey, not hey, hey,
Okay.
not too much. And so it was just like, honestly, it wasn't until this year I actually made my first TikTok video showing my face, and I was like, you know
Oh
what? It's not that
wow.
bad.
Okay.
Yes, and the
Right.
It's
views
not.
actually were phenomenal. I was like, okay. And so I realized they like hearing me talk as well, and so I was like, okay, I got it. So I'm
Yeah.
still learning, but
Yeah. So one thing I've learned about branding and just social media in general is that people like story more than they like being sold to. So if you have a story, if you
Mhm,
know how to talk to people, not even if you're just like eloquent or whatever, but if you're just
mhm,
down to earth and you're just talking, people love that stuff. They love
they
it
do.
more than just saying,
It's
"Hey, go
relatable.
buy my da 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 da. Here's my link." They're like, "Yeah, no, I don't want like I want to buy your stuff, but I don't want you to sell it to me.
Hmm.
Sell me the story, and then I'll buy the product." That's usually how that goes. So okay, that's
Hmm.
interesting. Were you gonna say something too?
No, I said people like to relate
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
people
absolutely.
because it's a form of connection, especially when you're on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You can connect with that person. That's why
Hmm.
when they follow you so long, they think they know you, when you they really don't.
Be out
But
in the streets. They be
because
like, "Hey,
they've
Jerry."
connected
Be like,
with
"Who
you,
are you?"
yeah, they're like, that's my internet sister. I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
y'all be catching us off guard when we be out in the streets. Like it just be like the most random times. I have been with my mom. we were just walking somewhere and somebody just comes up to me, "Hey, are you Jerry?" I'm like, "Yeah, how do I know you?" Then I had to remember, girl, you got thousands of followers online. What do you think? What do you think is happening?
Mhm.
Like, get yourself together. So yeah, that's always a thing. Okay, so Tiandra, you started, you stopped, you started, you stopped. Then this year you're like, you know what? Let me just stop stopping. Let me just start and just
Right.
keep going, right?
Yes.
So how has that
And so at
been?
some point, honestly, it's been, I love it. It's
Mhm.
different, I will say. And towards the end of the school year, it was more like a push from my students because they were so invested in what I was doing. And so eventually I published a ABCs that look like me. It's a coloring book for children, of course, that look like us.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, and they were so invested, and I'm like, okay, so they love what I do. And so they would even start to follow me on social media, which I didn't mind because I'm like, I have a kid friendly page. It's just a bunch of stuff that I make. And so eventually they would even ask the other teachers,
Wait,
did
wait,
Miss
wait.
White make
Let's
that?
stop.
Did Miss White make that?
Let's stop. Let's pause. Sis said I have a kid friendly page. Shout out to you because some people have jobs with
Yes.
kids and the kids follow them, but their pages are not necessarily kid friendly, and I
Hmm.
just be confused. I just be like, well,
What's
what?
the age?
Huh?
What's the age that you were
Oh,
teaching?
Tiandra.
Like
I
what?
taught third grade.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay, yeah.
they
So yeah,
are little. They're like 8.
they're kind of like mini, mini
They're
adults.
so
You
little.
trying to get
Yeah.
Yeah.
that age?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm glad that you had the foresight to have a kid-friendly page because some of your kids or former kids may follow you on social media and you don't ever want to be an awkward situation where you got not necessarily not safe for work content, but just not content for 8-year-olds on your page, right?
Right.
And so
Exactly.
so that's good. I'm glad that you had like the presence of mind to be like, hey, let me not post certain stuff on this page because somebody might see it at some point. So
Hmm.
yeah, I
And
think
then you're always their teacher,
yeah,
no matter
it
what
don't
you
matter
do or
how many years
where
has
you
Exactly.
passed.
go,
That's
you're
you're still their
always their
teacher.
teacher,
Yeah,
no matter
Hmm.
what. No matter
yeah.
what.
Exactly. And I always see them as my little baby. So it's
Oh,
like, if I
Mhm.
saw them doing something, it's like, what are you
right,
doing? Why are you doing that?
right,
Like, why
exactly,
do you have this on your page?
exactly, exactly. So that's
So
that's really really good. Did you always teach third grade?
I taught first grade 1 year. And when I say one, that was the longest 1 year of my life. Okay. The constant tapping, the constant crying. At that point, I should have had a partnership with Kleenex because it was ridiculous.
Oh my
I was
god!
like, oh my goodness, like, I want my mommy. And I'm like, this is not for me. And I remember telling my principal, I was like, listen, get me out of here. Get me out of first grade. And so third grade actually had my heart for all 7 years outside of the 1 year with
Okay,
kindergarten. I mean, with first grade.
yeah, I
Oh,
have
because
It
you're
babies
was
trying to
in
get over
first
fun.
nap
grade, and the
time.
emotions be all over the place. The
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of
We
them,
went
it was
from
their
hyperactivity.
first
taking
year.
Yeah,
naps, all like having a nap time, to now I have to deal with the reality of I have to stay up the whole time I'm in school.
yes.
Nap
That's
time and snack
traumatic.
time. That snack time was always like the hardest. And I'm looking like, you're hungry again?
Like
Like,
again,
we just
you
ate.
just ate. Like
Yeah.
what is happening?
Yeah. It's like,
But they're
wait,
babies, so
wait a minute. Yeah.
and they're used to snacking at home all
Mhm.
day long or whenever they want it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Hmm.
So not
And
being
third
able
grade
to
was the
do that.
same, honestly.
Really?
Yes, you would think that because they're a little bit older, but they were so babyfied. And I'm like,
Oh no, not
do you do this at
baby
home? They really were. They were really just, they were my height, my size. Some
time.
of them were bigger than me. But I'm like, you're still a baby.
Wait, did
Like
you
they
say your
cried.
height?
Oh, definitely. I think every year for the past 5 years at least, I've definitely had a student towering over me. And I'm 5'8".
That is insane.
Yes, like
I
I've
was
had some
like, you
students.
said you how old now?
Like you can't get
Exactly.
it. Like what?
Get it.
Listen, for me, like I remember plenty times they would come to the door, meet the teacher night, and I'm looking like, are you the student? Like, huh?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You in the wrong room.
You gotta be
Right.
in the wrong room
Listen, I
because
remember
what's
one time I did tell
happening?
someone that. I was like, "Oh, you're in the wrong wing." I said, "The fourth grade wing is like wrong." They were like,
Yeah.
"No, he's in your
Like I
class." I'm
need to see
like,
your birth certificate with the seal on it, not a copy. I need the
I
seal
"Yes,
need a certified birth certificate for you
that your
because
mom and
you
daddy
can't be
got
this
in the
tall in the third
yes."
grade. I don't
Like you
understand.
cannot be in no third grade.
Listen, so when they would come stand by my desk, I would stand up because at this point, I don't know if I feel a threat. I don't know how to feel
It was
because
a
you're in third
disrespectful
grade.
feeling that you felt, and you should not be
Yes,
towering over me.
You
So
should
let me
not
let you know I
be
am
this
still the
tall.
teacher. Yeah,
You
exactly. You
shouldn't
really
that
should
should
be.
not.
not
So,
be.
like,
Matter
I
of
was
fact, go sit
thinking
down and
that
I'll come to you. You just go sit down.
exactly. I was like,
Don't
"Were
come
we this
to
big when we were
that.
in third grade?" I was like, "I don't think so. I don't remember being that tall in third grade. Not as tall as my
Definitely
teacher,
Mm-mm.
not.
anyway.
Definitely
Mm-mm.
not.
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Because
No.
5'8", you're
Mm-mm.
tall for a woman, number
Right.
one. Yeah.
Exactly.
Third, yeah, no, I it would freak me out. Nope. Okay, so so did you like teaching? I think you did. I feel like you did.
I thoroughly enjoyed teaching it. Honestly, it was more so I actually just got to be myself around my students
Mhm.
because they felt a sense of connection with me because it wasn't just ABCs and one two threes, and I will always tell them like I'm not just teaching you to for this year. I'm actually teaching you to be a productive citizen in the world.
Yeah.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
need you to always, remember these like the foundations, like, respect goes a long way. And I always tell them karma goes like the world is big and the world is round. Whatever you plant, whatever seed you plant, it's going to come back. So whether it be good or
Yeah.
bad, it's going to come back. But I will also tell them the world is big because you can be anything that you want to be.
Mhm.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
world is yours. No matter how crazy you think your dream sounds, I promise you, it's possible.
Absolutely.
And I will also tell them like don't listen to anyone else. Like if that's what you have your heart set on, if every day you wake up and you think I want to be this or you see yourself as this in the future, don't stop until you achieve that.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Do not stop until you achieve that because that was me, like small town girl, not accustomed to, seeing people from my city, do, all these things.
Mhm.
It was just, go to school, like they always told us, go to school, get your degree and make something out of yourself pretty much. And then now it's like now that we're older it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm on my own faith walk now, so I know what was expected of me, and I did, I'm like, I did this for 8 years, so it's not like I taught for 2 months and said, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, no, I actually gave it my best shot and I was like, okay, this is not making me happy anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I'm in a box. And so it was like, you know what, you can either step out on faith or continue to live someone else's dream. So
And I think
it's
a
just
lot of entrepreneurs actually deal with that because I dealt with that. And I think that comes from because you're not really fulfilling your purpose, what you think your purpose is. You know that there's more
Mhm.
for you. And so when you're in a situation, excuse me, where you're not really going
Mhm.
for that more, you're like, get me out of here, please. Get me
Mhm.
out. Like right now.
Exactly.
Like now. And so yes,
Exactly.
so speaking of just going into entrepreneurship, are there any lessons that you learned from teaching that you still use in entrepreneurship?
Don't wait until the last minute.
Okay,
That's
that's
one
good.
thing. Not waiting until the last minute to do things. I'd rather be over prepared than under prepared. Like
Mhm.
that's just always been something. And I'm always over prepared and I just do the most. I always tell myself that, but sometimes it's still not enough. And
Exactly.
so I'm like, okay, Teandra, you can do this. And so it's always another thing another lesson that I learned was it's okay, to remember like what you started with, but it's okay to tweak it as well.
Absolutely.
Like how I would have to tweak lessons, for things like that, and also just remembering what didn't work.
Mhm.
Because even in the classroom, if I taught a lesson and I gave an assignment and the grades were like trash, I'm looking like, okay, so that's something I didn't do.
Right.
Like, let me back up to see
Like,
what they
did I
didn't
not
understand.
teach them the right way? Did they
Right.
not
And
comprehend
so
it? Yeah, that type of thing. You gotta take inventory of that.
yes. And so that's definitely something that I've been doing with just even like I said with t-shirt, like literally every aspect of my business because sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Of course, technology tends to
Yeah,
fail,
yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, all the time for some reason.
Listen,
Sometimes and the next day it's like, it's up and running like nothing ever happened. I was like, yesterday you just embarrassed me.
no, listen.
And so
No, no, but for real,
like
technology be doing its own thing. Like we had a guest. and we had literally had to re-record the whole episode because technology was on the fritz. We was just like, for
Yes.
real, man. Like we spent so much time prepping for this and all of that. And technology was like, I really don't care though. I don't.
Right.
Technology does not discriminate about who you are. It does not care.
Mm-mm.
It can go down at
It will
any moment.
embarrass you.
It will.
Hmm. And it's honestly like a child. You know how kids get in public and they say the craziest things, and you like, why would you say that out
You're like,
loud?
why? Why would you
Like,
embarrass
why
me
would you
like
say
that?
that out loud? So yeah, technology has a mind of its own, and honestly and truthfully, it's like you really have to just
Just
like
go with
even though
it.
you think
Yeah.
you right, you really have to
Just
because
gotta
even
go
when you
with
think
it.
you okay, well I'm gonna plan this and it's not gonna work. I maybe 8 times out of 10 it'll work out, but
But it'd
the
be
other
that
two is
ninth
very
time that you
strong.
really need it to
Hmm.
work. And then it's like, yeah, no, I'm not
Yes.
doing that. I've experienced that.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, okay,
Exactly.
what's happening? So yeah, that's good. So those lessons that you taught from teaching, you can still use in your entrepreneurship journey. That's really, really good. Tiffany,
Hmm.
did you have a question? You look like you got a question.
No.
Oh, okay. You were just making a face that
Okay.
just looked like you had a question. So I wanted to ask it. Okay, so that's really, really good. And so you are deep in your entrepreneur journey right now. You are going for it. You're like, okay, I'm
Yes.
not going to keep doing the start and stop thing. I'm going to actually give this all I got. What does that look like for
Yeah.
you? Like, for real, giving it all you got. What does that look like?
That definitely means, allowing people to see who I am for one, see behind the scenes work of what it is that I actually do,
Hmm.
even the successes and the failures as well, because that makes it relatable, for people who do the same thing that I do. But it also means me understanding that it's a bigger picture. And so I know as a teacher, I've always taught in Title I schools, and I know how a
Wait,
lot of
wait, wait.
times we
What's
did not have
that?
the
I don't even know what that is.
Title I poverty stricken.
Oh, I have
Hmm.
literally never heard
They
that
have
term.
different grades of schools.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And so I've always
yeah.
taught in Title I. And Title I is mostly the children that look like us,
Okay,
honestly and
gotcha,
truthfully.
Hmm.
gotcha.
Like I hate to say it that way, but that's
But it's
that's
the
the
truth
reality of
though.
it. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so
Schools
of course
and
they have
tuition.
different,
Uh,
money goes is allotted for different schools
mhm.
and things like that. And so
Hmm.
for Title I schools, the funds are usually we're at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And so it's like you get whatever's left over from, as it trickles down, you get whatever's left.
Mhm.
And so we always had to come out of pocket for things. And, they would give us a stipend check at the beginning of the year. But by the time we purchased everything that we needed, it was done. Like, and so parents, rarely sent in the school supplies that we asked for. And so
Mm.
that was a whole nother debacle. It was just all over. And it was like, you know what? Okay. So
You sound
my,
like my mom. Like my mom was just saying all of that, and like at the beginning of the school year here in Dallas, and she was just like, "Well, I'm gonna go to Walmart." Like she was just planning out her week when they had to
yes.
go to school, and she was like, "I'm gonna
Mhm.
go and get my little coins and go to Walmart, and I know I'm gonna have to pay some extra because somebody ain't
Mhm.
gonna do something." And so it's because I have educators and my teachers in my family, so it's just like I'm like, wow, y'all really had to deal with that. On the other end, I'm the parent, like, oh no, I'm not buying all this stuff. I'm buying what you need, and then I'm putting your name on it, and I'm gonna send it on. Now, like 3 packs of tissue and stuff like that, yeah, that's a given. But it be like sometimes them lists be like, well, what is we doing here? We giving everybody
Mhm.
some of the supplies? Like, what's happening? Until my mom was like, girl, yeah, because he may come here with all his stuff. She may not even come in here with a book bag. So then I'm
Exactly.
trying to make sure this child got paper and a pencil and crayons, and this child may come with half of the stuff or all the cleaning stuff, but no paper and all that. And I'm like, this is a lot.
Like,
It really
yeah.
is.
And it goes
And it's
that
just
just
not the supplies.
yeah, that just goes to show
I
you
can
that
only
there's a
imagine. That's a lot.
disparity within our communities because the more affluent communities, even if there's a kid that doesn't have it, they have the budget to go get it without thinking about it.
Hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. And so it like I said, and that's just with the supplies. So luckily for me, I only had five items on my list. And I would tell
Oh,
parents like the district would send out this massive list and half of the stuff I'm like, we don't even use that. Why would they put this on here? But they never consulted with the teachers to ask us, "Hey, what do
mm.
you need?" They just
They
made
just
their
made a
own list. And
list.
so, yes, and it was
And
just
that list be
crazy.
long and it
Yes,
be a
like
lot. And then depending
15.
on the grade, it gets extends out. It
Yes.
gets worse. And I'm like, what in the world
That's
is all
crazy.
of this?
Yeah, that's
Listen, one
insane.
lady on TikTok showed her child's list and they had like I think 20 glue sticks. What are you gonna do with 20 glue sticks? I was like, first of all, where do y'all have the storage?
Just
Let me see y'all's classrooms. Where is the storage for this stuff?
yeah. Just tell
Like
me you need me to go to Sam's and just contribute to the school supply
that's
drive at the school.
just
That's
give
what we
it
doing.
Cause,
Just tell
because
me,
cause
look, all
why?
parents,
right,
we need to
Right,
contribute to
right,
the school supply
exactly.
drive the week before school so we can have these school supplies for these children.
hmm
Just say that. That to me that'll be better than just
right.
saying Johnny need all of this. Johnny don't need no 20 glue sticks.
Mm-mm.
How
You
many
know,
projects is y'all
And if
doing?
I was
Cause
a
then
parent,
don't
Johnny
ask
wouldn't
me
have
for
20
them.
either. Johnny gets
Yeah.
five. Whatever comes in that one pack. If they do four with the extra, that well, here you go.
that's
That's
all
what you
Johnny
Yeah.
get.
So
got.
then that means that no projects assignments should be coming home. Because them glue sticks is at the school. Okay, I don't have no glue sticks at home. So y'all should be doing all projects at school. Okay.
I agree.
Oh my God, that
As
is
a
so
teacher, I definitely
interesting.
agree. And so that's the thing. Like for me, I'm like, okay, I know. For me, I've always been, blessed to be in a situation where I'm able to help the students because, like I said, it's not just a supply. Sometimes we have to go, and buy clothes for the kids, and so it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, how can I give back? And so the end goal, honestly, is for me to be able to do like a statewide teacher giveaway
Oh,
where
okay.
I get businesses to donate and like whatever area you're in, like and so I know like high school teachers they have different demands than elementary
Yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the goal is to really like K-12 supply lists and just allow teachers to come in, especially first year teachers. I know it's so hard for them because they overthink, they don't know what they need, and it's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they transition to another area or another school. It is a lot. Even as a veteran teacher, it can be a lot.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I do not want teachers to have to do is come out of pocket for anything,
Mm-hmm.
not classroom related anyway. And if it is, it's because of something that they personally want to buy.
Yeah.
But things like staples and coloring pen, like no.
Like they
Mm-mm.
should like we live in the richest country in the world,
So they
so
say.
they
Hmm.
say. And yet
No, it is rich. It is rich. It's just that the riches don't belong to all. Let's be real.
that
You're
that
right.
part,
You're
It
right.
is
that
rich.
part.
It's very rich. The riches don't belong to all because in a way that mentality that this country was built on still stands,
Mhm.
regardless if it can be verbally said. It still stands. We can just
Hmm.
do it in other ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's good. Like definitely keep us posted about your teacher giveaway because we definitely
Hmm.
want to support in any way that we can. So definitely keep us posted on that because we know that it's needed. Like me and Tiffany are not educators, not by any long shot. Not in that like we be teaching people stuff, but not like that. Not like y'all. Um but we definitely have a heart for like everybody that's in a situation where it's like y'all basically tying our hands behind our backs. Like how are we
And I'm a
supposed to?
school drive back to school drive collector because I did that at when I worked at Kaiser.
Mhm.
And we had like three closets full of we just picked a school and we were just giving them school supplies like every year
Yeah.
and we would just have stuff that for them we had so much stuff but and they was like we can't use all this, keep this stuff or go down the street and give it to the other school down the
Mhm.
street.
Right.
Either way it go, somebody can use it. So if your kids if y'all have enough, store what you need, pass it on down to the next street. I mean,
Exactly.
if they can't use it, keep passing it on to the other school because it's at least 4 or 5 schools within an area. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So just
Hmm.
pass it down. Don't just hoard it. Just pass it on down to somebody else needs it.
Exactly.
All
Exactly.
working people in here want to donate. Let them people donate.
Exactly. Don't
Right.
stop them from donating because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's the kids that suffer. At the
Right.
end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
when they don't have what they need, they suffer. But then, people want to scream out, "Oh, these kids this and these kids that." Well, were you helping them? If not, be quiet. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you were not helping, just be quiet. Okay. Um. So yeah. So I want to talk about the Teacher Magic, company. Is the Teacher Magic company, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I was making sure I had it right because I was like, I'm trying to look at her shirt, but then she keep moving, so I can't really read it.
Yes,
Yes.
it's
No, I
the
see it. It's
Teacher
got like a
Magic
look. Is that
Company.
an apple underneath it?
It is. It's
See,
like
I
a
didn't even
neon
catch that.
sign. So
Mm-hmm. I see the
yes, it's.
apple.
I like that.
Thank
It's
you.
so cute. So the Teacher Magic Company, you create all things teacher. Whether it's
Yes.
t-shirts, just personalized things. What else do you create for teachers? Like, give us a small list of things that you create for teachers.
All right, so I have t-shirts, I do coasters, mouse
Okay.
pads, ink pens, the UV resin coasters with the crayons in them.
Wait,
It
what?
kind of looks like the 3D.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I don't even have one. I
Okay, I'll look it
I don't
up.
know how to
Yeah,
explain it.
I'll
It's
look
like
it up.
No, the
a
little. It looks like the little clear. It's like a. It looks like a look like a clear coated thing, but it's
Mhm.
got colors and stuff, and you can put stuff inside of it,
Oh, okay.
make it to look
Okay.
3D like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
yeah.
one.
And so I also do like ceramic coasters as well. So if
Mhm.
teachers don't want that. Most times male teachers want the ceramic coaster where I can just, press the design onto
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Um and what else? Like I'm sitting here thinking of the list. Mostly t-shirts
Okay.
and things like that I've done for schools when it comes to bulk orders and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pretty much I don't know why I'm having brain fog right now for whatever
It's
reason.
okay.
As if I
It
don't do this every
happens.
day.
It happens. Trust me.
As if I don't do this every day.
So,
So if
have
it's
you
like a creative school idea,
yeah.
then you are the one who can
Yes,
put the
ma'am.
magic on it
Okay.
and get it
I
done.
like it.
I'm definitely that person. Yes.
Okay.
So I bring the ideas to life. I usually tell people just give me, the school name, the colors, the
Mhm.
mascot, and I got it from there.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
So,
So they don't have to come
Yeah.
with like a
so yeah.
ready-made design. You're like, "No, I can do the
Yeah.
design. I just need to know
I honestly
the
prefer
elements."
to create it myself.
Mhm.
So that way I don't have to worry about anyone saying that I stole their work or,
That part.
whatever. So
Right. Or it
if I
belongs to the
made
school district.
Yeah.
exactly. And so I've
Yeah.
had that, that come up a few times, where I need you to recreate this logo because, the copyright, the school district. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through all of that. Like, just let
Right.
me create
Right.
it
Why are we
and
doing that?
I'm good.
Because the school
Exactly.
Like,
district will
why?
definitely come
Yeah.
for what's theirs. Like, straight up.
hmm
They
And I'm like,
will.
a logo? You're worried about a logo? Let's look at these test scores. And you worried about a logo. You
Let's
have
look at the
teachers walking
fluffing.
away in droves, but you're worried about a logo.
Let's look
Okay,
at the
fine.
Yeah,
fluff
where
ones
are our
like
priorities,
those
guys? Like, what's
fluff
happening?
ones. The ones that y'all done turned to
Exactly.
charter schools and getting all this funding and they flunked. Let's talk about them.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Have you thought about teaching others how to do what you do?
I actually do. So
Okay.
I teach classes on embroidery. I teach sublimation classes. I also teach classes on what is it? Well, embroidery, sublimation, the cricket machine
Mhm.
for people who
I keep
like are
saying
on the
I'm
fence
gonna get
about
me
it.
one, but then I think about all the work that needs to go into it, and I chicken out. I'm like, yeah,
Listen,
I
it's
do
not
want to
that
learn how to
bad.
do press, like t-shirt press. I really want to do that.
I
Learn how to
thought
do
about it,
that.
but then I was
Listen,
like,
I suggest you get the cricket machine. Like I got my first cricket. My mom bought it for me back in 2017, and for 2 years straight, that machine ran every day. I kid you not.
wow.
Every single day, I was making something for either myself or someone at the school I was at,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know what? Okay. And so I still use that machine. I purchased like the latest model cricket,
Hmm.
but I still use the one from 2017. It still holds up and it cuts quite well. And so, listen, it's a great investment. I promise.
I'm all
I
invested
say
out
go
for the
for
year
it.
2025. I have invested so much in the year
Girl, we
2025.
got a couple of more months.
I'm about to
Tiffany,
say,
you know what
listen,
all I've gotten just the past 3 months alone. I'm invested out. Catch me in
okay, so put
January.
that on your
Yeah,
2026 to do
catch me
list.
in January. I gotta recoup some
Put
of
it at the
this.
top of the list. Okay, okay, I'm gonna hold you to that now.
Okay, I want you to. I don't mind it at all.
2026.
2026. I'm
So when
gonna think
when
about
I saw it in
investing
your
in the cricket
inbox with the googly
machine.
eyes, where is
I'm
it? Let me see. You
Cause,
laughing.
got it
cause
yet?
I want to learn how to do cups, but see, I don't have. See, I've been looking at them. I really been eyeing them,
Yeah, me too.
but
Hmm.
because I don't have the space yet, well, I will probably before the end this year is out. I'm believing it.
Hey,
So,
there you
but
go.
Okay.
right now I don't have the space. So if I dare to bring a box in here, my husband's gonna be like, "Where that's going?" Like I'm gonna be, you know, integrated. I'm gonna go the integration process.
Oh,
So
not you
I'm gonna
being
go ahead and just. But
interrogated.
I've been looking at them and eyeing them and going about in Walmart and kind of looking at different places and just looking at the different ones and
Yeah,
but
I've been looking at it and I'm like,
I
I don't
want to
even
get
know which
one.
version to get. And then I would have to take a class to know what I'm doing. And I'm just like, do I even have the time to invest in this? Like, not even just the money, but the time. Do
And
I have the
see,
time for this?
that's the thing. Like, well, for me, because I always tell people, when they come to the class, you don't have to bring anything. So whether you have a cricket or not, like I was, if you're on the fence, just come check it out. See if it's something that you want to invest in. You may say, hey, I don't want to do the cricket work, but I would prefer doing sublimation where I can make cups and stuff like that. You can still make
I
t-shirts
want
with
to do
sublimation.
sublimation.
But sublimation to me is much easier because you don't have to worry about weeding the vinyl and things like that. You
Hmm.
just literally print and press. That's it.
Yeah, I got a
So
sublimation thing in my on my list
Yeah,
in Amazon
I have
for
some
the cups.
sublimation things
I just
okay.
got
on my
that set
Amazon list
aside
too.
because I do want to do that. Yes.
Listen, it's fun. I will say it's very fun. I love it. Like with sublimation, you can do the mouse pads. You can do
Mm.
tumblers. Like I said, you can even do t-shirts. Sublimation is the possibilities are endless.
Mhm.
And I'm learning like in these Facebook groups, the people they try anything, like
Yeah.
anything and everything that you can press. They will try it, and it's like, oh, okay, that works. Okay, well, now let me go try it and see if it works.
Yeah.
So sublimation to me has a greater benefit than the actual cricket machine,
Okay.
and there's not as much of a learning curve. Sublimation, if you can design it and print it and press it, that's really it. But
I have
cricket, you
some
have to know
sublimation
exactly.
shirts for my
Okay.
that I got had printed my first run with my t-shirt line,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I
Those
like
are
them,
sublimation.
especially with yeah, when they, kind of when you wash them and stuff, you don't have to worry about all that. Because over time,
Peeling.
that vinyl starts to peel eventually.
Hmm.
I don't care
Hmm.
who does it starts to peel. And because I was looking at my pink shirt, and I looked at the back, I'm like, is that a gap in the P? Wait a minute, I paid $25 for this shirt. Like, come on now, Victoria, y'all need to have your little vinyl right. Like, y'all stuff should last, but. That even
Hmm.
so, that sublimation, I love it because to me it's more, it can last long and durable
Hmm.
than, the
Hmm.
vinyl at times.
And you don't have to buy separate colors because with sublimation, like I said, whatever you print is what's going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
press.
yeah.
But with vinyl, if your design has 7 colors, you now need 7 rows of different colors
Hmm.
for vinyl, and
Oh
so
no,
that
I'm
can
being
add up very
freakish
quickly.
with the sublimation machine. So
Tiffany.
nope, not
So
But
finna
I
do
do
will
you?
say with the Cricut, you can also you can print it and still press it, but just do sublimation.
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Because even if you cut it out with the Cricut, it's kind of like back in the day when we used to make T-shirts with the Walmart paper with
I
I
remember
can't remember
that.
the brand of it. And used to cut it out or cut around
Yeah.
it and press it on the shirt, and it was kind of like a sticker on a
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Hmm.
And it's like it's still gonna peel, it's still gonna fade, but with sublimation you don't have to worry about that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
figured that.
do you like designing more or teaching more or teaching like the sublimation and all that more?
I would say I like designing more. Like
Mm.
although I do love, inviting people into the craft world, I love designing because lately I've been on this I'm an alumni at SC State. So it's like everything that I've been making lately has been South Carolina State University.
Okay.
And the designs, I'm like, okay, I can really get used to this. So it was so much to the point where the other day I went the place that I get my prints from, the guy he was like, yeah, he was like, I'm interested in some of your prints being in the store. And so for me, I'm like, okay, for one, I never thought, that
Oh,
would
that's
even happen.
dope.
But so I'm just like, okay, Teandra, if you 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's those are my working hours. I don't know why, but I get the best work done. And it's like the designs that I
Those are the
make between those
creative hours
hours.
though, because I'm creative. Like my husband was just getting on me what yesterday. So one of my podcast clients, her podcast releases on Thursdays, and so yesterday,
Mhm.
I was up to like well this morning I was up to like 1 a.m. I came in bed at 1 a.m. I was just like, what time is? I was like, it's 1:09. He was like, boo, what? I was like, well, I have stuff to do, okay?
Listen,
And this is time I get
listen.
to do it.
Well,
It's
I'm
something about
asleep.
those hours.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm glad we write books in the daytime. Lord, I ain't finna be, baby, your whole book could be half edited. I mean, done sent it back to you. Be like, Tiffany, did you edit this? I did. Like, it's from 10 to 2 a.m. I would be
Yeah,
delirious.
I'm
No,
Listen.
usually
nothing would
up
be done.
during that time because like it just like my brain turns on during that time.
And you don't have anybody texting you and calling you,
No.
and it's like it's really your whole life is on do not disturb at this point.
Yeah.
And so you just get to work, because during the day it's like people expect the email responses. It is just like,
People be trying
okay,
to
because
call you, be like, hey, can you do this real quick?
exactly.
It just be a
Thank
lot.
you. I need a shirt for Friday. Mind you, it is Wednesday.
Listen,
I need a shirt for Friday. Can you make this? Yeah, you're gonna pay that rush fee too. You are,
absolutely.
because
Because what are
and
we
so
doing?
that's okay. At that point, now we talking, we singing a different tune because never mind. I don't know if I want it. Okay, well that's fine too.
That's okay.
Goodbye. Have a
Yeah,
great
it's
day.
totally okay
Have a great day.
if after you
Yeah,
see this
because
rush
what do
fee
you
that do
think?
they people do
Listen,
that all the
if
time. People do that to me with graphic design. Oh, can it's Tuesday.
yes,
Can I have this by Friday? You didn't consider everything else I gotta do.
exactly. Like, and I don't get me wrong.
Just
I
of
thoroughly
life, just
enjoy.
living at that point. I
Exactly.
have to live. So at this point, like, did you not
They don't
consider I
think
have
we
to
have
live?
emergencies or none of
Yeah.
that. And I'm just like, you knew this event was coming up. You knew you needed this. But let me guess, the person that you originally asked, they flopped on you, so now here you are in my inbox. Okay, got it.
It'd be
That's
like that.
exactly why you're gonna pay for
Yeah.
my
Rush
time
fees are
because no,
necessary because now I have
they
to
really
not
are.
do something to get your stuff done. So you're gonna have to pay me for that. That's just
Exactly. And they
how it
don't
Did you
want to
have
goes.
an
pay.
issue with that at one point in time, Teandra?
I'm sorry, you
Like
said what now?
pricing
That
and
was my biggest struggle.
A
mhm,
lot of
And I
a
think
lot of
with
Christian entrepreneurs say that though
mhm,
that
mhm,
pricing because they're like, oh, but I want to help the people out. Da, da, da. But I'm like, you got
mhm.
bills. Your
Exactly.
equipment costs money. All of that.
Exactly.
and people keep coming at you with their Holy Ghost. Like don't nobody know nothing about the Holy Spirit until it's time to pay for
Exactly.
something, and then you start talking about
Exactly.
the Holy Spirit. He with you at that point. Like, wait a minute,
Listen,
where was he
pricing
at
is
when on his
so
page?
It's so interesting.
pricing is it really is because like I said, back like being from a small town, no one wanted to pay. And then when I moved here to Columbia, it was like, oh, they pay and they give tips. And I'm like, oh. So I wasn't overcharging back at home. Y'all was just trying, y'all didn't want to pay. Got it,
Yeah,
got
just
it.
Yeah,
been cheap.
Y'all didn't value my work. Okay, cool. And so like I say here, they don't mind paying, which is what I
that's
love
good.
because I'm like, and they don't mind like referring you to other people.
Hmm.
Back at home, it's like I don't know where they got that mentality from, but I despise it. I really do. Like it's okay if you can't do it to share. Like if I know I'm booked and busy, I'm going to tell someone, "Hey, I can't do it for you, but I know someone who can."
Absolutely.
Right.
Back at home,
Especially if
it's just
like I
like,
got
oh,
a homegirl that know how to do it. I'm finna send you to her.
exactly, exactly. But back at home, that was taboo almost. They did not
Really?
do that. And I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
okay, but
That's so
here
sad.
it really is. It's like looking back on it, it's like why though? Because here it's like everybody understands it's free flowing.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
yes, it's oversaturated, but it's still enough money for like for all of us to
But
get something.
oversaturated is relative though. Because we can easily say
Oh yeah.
something is oversaturated, but if you're making your money, it's not that oversaturated.
Mm-mm.
Right. And so that's what I always say. I was like, like you said earlier about people actually, buying into the story.
Hmm.
And so, like, a lot of times the people, I know a lot of people who will say, oh, well, I could go to this particular, brick and mortar store, but I want you to make it.
Yeah, yeah,
And so it's because, you're relatable, and I guess most times when people think about it, if I order it from this big brand store, it may get lost. It may, in shipping, there's so many things that could go wrong.
Mhm.
Although it could go wrong on my end as well. But,
Yeah, because
it's
we're
easier.
human, so that happens.
Exactly. And we just talked about technology and how it does, its own thing.
Oh,
And so it's like sometimes, I can shoot you a quick text and say, hey, are you sure you want this to look like this, XYZ? Plus, it's a custom item.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about anybody else walking around with it,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I definitely pride myself on. Because at one point I was racking up bills on Etsy. Etsy had my
I
money.
heard
Okay.
about
Etsy had my
Etsy.
card in a
I
chokehold.
heard about
And so I was like,
Etsy. I heard
so I
that
finally
even with
decided to
the
start selling.
creators on Etsy that they charge like I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
that don't sound good."
So, hmm so I got on Etsy like just to sell digital
Yeah, yeah.
designs, just to push it out there, and to bring recognition to my business and my brand. So, but for the most part, pricing, like I said, has been the hardest thing. And so my homegirl, she stays on my neck. She's like,
Good.
"Nope, charge what your worth.
Good.
Charge what your worth." And I was like,
And then
"Okay."
add tax. Just
And
add some more just because you can. Okay?
exactly, just because because I'm her, like at this
At
point.
this point, I'm her.
So
At this
I
point, I
am.
know what I'm doing.
I
Okay?
am exactly who I think I am. So
And I
at
think
this
we
point,
just have
yeah.
to realize that that's not even pride talking. That's not, being conceited. That's I put in the hours for this.
Yes. And I'm self-taught. So I didn't like take a class. When I first got my cricket, many people weren't doing this. So even if I did have questions, who was going to help me?
Right.
Like they were just starting out with buying crickets and things like that, and so it's like, okay, well, everything that I know is self-taught, so every failure, like, I had to own that. And so yeah, it took me, like, even now I still learn things with that cricket machine, but I'm like, you know what, yeah, it took me, like, well, from 2017 up until now.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I've definitely
And
invested
that's the
some
typical
time.
That's
entrepreneur
8 years.
story.
Yeah,
Like
no. Uh-uh.
if you think about like Steve Jobs' story,
Mhm.
Disney, the McDonald brothers, like
Amazon.
that's the typical
Yeah.
story of a
Mm-hmm.
of those billionaires. Like, hey, it took
Mm-hmm.
me all these years, these many tries.
Right.
Steve Jobs was in a garage. His partner was at work, got off work, and then went to the
Mhm.
garage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's story when it comes to, I feel like true entrepreneurship has that.
Mhm.
I tried. I failed. I stopped. Had to go back to the drawing board. Then I kept trying, and then boom, it took off. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had this lady was talking about Disney and how he went to over 300 banks asking for a loan and got told no,
Wow.
and then the 301 told him yes, and then here we are with Disney years later.
That's crazy.
But
So
he
I have a little
kept
fact
having to
about
give
Disney.
the same presentation for 300 times.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
see, okay. I need to get to that level, 300, because I think after the first maybe 25, I would have clocked out. Like, okay, you know what am
So
I?
I just want to encourage y'all real quick. So you said Disney went to 300 banks. They told him no. He went to the 301st bank. They told him yes. Now today, just in Orlando, I don't even know about Disney overseas or in California. Just in Orlando, Walt Disney World Resort is 25,000 acres. So we went
Mm,
from
mm,
no 300 times to now we got 25,000 acres and
mm-hmm.
hundreds of parks and, all the things. And so that should just encourage you. Keep
Products,
going. Keep going.
a whole channel, a whole streaming platform that
Exactly.
also owns ESPN.
And
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Marvel.
whole lot of things. Yeah, and Marvel. All of these things are just underneath that one yes that one man said, I got to get this park off the ground
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I got
That's
to get it
insane.
done, and like they were saying, Colonel Sanders, he was on Medicare with his Social Security check and started KFC.
What?
Okay, hold on now. Hold on, sis. Hold on.
What?
What?
Look, hey
Hold
y'all,
on.
fact check. But I was looking it up. Like he was 65. He took his Social Security check to start KFC. Like it wasn't, this just
Wow.
everything wasn't all these big elaborate things like we see now, like these
Mm-hmm.
upcoming internet, like people, you be like, well, what do they do? Oh, they were real popular on Instagram. Okay, but what do they do?
Right.
Like,
What do they
Yes.
do? Because
what are
I don't
they
know them.
doing? So, but I just feel like that's a true entrepreneur story when you come and you say, you know what, I was out here and I was doing it when nobody else was doing it. Like you said, self-taught. I'm self-taught when it came to book publishing. Like now when I looked at my book, my first book, this book right here, when I got to revise it last year, that book got put out in
It
2020.
did.
When I look at it with a publisher's eyes now, last year I was embarrassed. I was like, God, you got me out here with this book looking like this. This not right. It ain't right. Take it off the shelves. Take it off Amazon. Stop. I'm not finna post it. I'm not even finna promote it. I'm not doing anything. And he was, and people would come to me like, my dad was like, oh, I got a vending event. You got your books? And I'm like, God, I'm not going. He like, yes, you are. You finna sell that book, but
Not
it's
you
not
telling God
formatted
you not
right.
doing it.
I got gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this, but it was, I was self-taught. I had a writing coach, but as far
Mhm.
as the publishing part, like she said to me today, the other day, she was like, if I would have known that you were doing all this, she said, I thought I would have helped you. I would have wanted to be a part of this. And I'm like, no, God said it was just gonna be all him. He didn't want nobody to take credit.
That's just like me,
So
and
I had to
literally
learn.
everything that I do is self-taught. I tell the
Yeah.
story all the time that when I graduated from high school, my mom made me go to college. So I technically went. I just didn't go to class. And I dropped out on purpose. And so when people are like, "Oh, what college did you go to?" Well, technically, I did graduate, so none. I did
But you
go to class.
went.
I did go.
But
I
you can
was in
say I
attendance. I went to
attended.
the building.
Yeah, you attended what was the school?
It was Atlanta Metro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I attended Atlanta
And then
Metro.
I
You did
attended Atlanta
attend.
Tech
Hmm.
because I didn't know if I wanted to do like communications or if I wanted to do visual communication. It's gonna be some kind of communication. That it's wild to me now because when I think about it, I'm like, oh God, you was playing chess, bruh. Like what?
So you doing what you dropped out and you turned around and came back and did it anyway. You can't drop out now. He's like, no, you in my university. At this point, you got to graduate. And you got to and you're going to graduate until I come. So
Exactly.
graduation
You gonna
ain't
keep
until
being in the
we
school.
all
You gonna keep
gone.
keep going to the next
Yeah. So
grade.
you're
But
going to
here we are.
stay in this school until, yeah. So, yeah, that's what it is. Because I ain't like writing. I was just writing
I
papers so
remember
I can
you
pass
told me
my
that when we
grade
first met, and I was
or
like, "You
reading.
lying?"
My oldest sister used to make me read, like she used to read the Babysitters Club back in
Yeah,
the
I
day.
love those
And then
books.
they
Hmm.
had the little sister version of the Babysitters Club. So she was like, well, you can read those. And some of them were interesting. I kind of peeked and read a few of them, but I didn't want to read. Give me the movie. So when a movie
God,
came
give
out,
me
I was
the
like, cool beans.
movie.
We can do this right here in Bond. I was not a one to read. Like, I'm going to read my textbook. I'm going to go to what I need to read and get the information. But just to be sitting there being entertained with the book, now
Yeah.
I'm just reading manuscripts. And I'm just like, God, this was not me. This was, I was reading. I don't want to sit here and read this stuff, but I got to
That's
now.
how it is, like with me and the podcast production. Because I was never supposed to be producing nobody podcast. I just wanted our podcast to look better, literally. I wasn't trying to produce other people's podcasts. I just wanted Dear Christian Black Girl. I wanted it to be
See?
the best that we could do at the time. That's all. Then the Lord was like, "Nope, buy a camera." And I was like, "Well, how much is this camera?" The first camera I bought was 400 and something dollars. And I was like, "Lord, why am I buying this? We could just use our phones."
Listen, he got the gold Amex, so his never gets declined.
It
So
doesn't. It
definitely,
does not get declined.
sir, I
He
need
I
it.
just
He
need
got
you.
that golden card. Do they got a golden Amex? Like it's
Listen, his is gold
gold
plate.
gold.
Okay,
It's gold
14 karat
plated.
gold at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
gold
is.
gold. It's
The
heavyweight
Lord's
gold.
Amex card is gold plated. That's all we're saying.
That's
Um,
all I needed to know.
that's
That's
listen.
it.
And then this year, I bought another camera. That camera was twice. Yeah, twice as much as I'm like, Lord, now wait a minute.
Mhm.
Now wait a minute. You gonna
Because
have
at
to
this
What
make
can
it
point
we
you
make
talk
doing
sense,
about?
Lord.
conferences. You were doing conferences now. Like at this
Yeah, so
point you gotta
now,
up your
yeah,
game.
so it's so interesting because I went from just trying to, make this podcast look better, to
Well, it was a reel initially and then it turned into
yeah,
a
this one.
podcast.
Okay, so Tiandra, let us tell you
Hmm.
the story. So
Okay, I'm invested
you're
now.
invested.
I'm
Yay!
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
I'm
so
it's a
like,
glad.
it's
whole
always
reel
invested, but I'm
for
definitely
real
like, cause
ideas.
how did we go from a reel to I'm
So
listening.
listen, so it was during the pandemic. It was 2020. We was bored, and me and my other friend Takesha, she's one of the founding members of this brand, Takesha Morris. We were on FaceTime. I was at my mama's house in her kitchen, and I was like, "Oh, I got a good idea." She was like, "What it is?" So the thing about Takesha, she's a master strategist. Takesha can give you a
Mhm.
kingdom strategy for anything you got going on. It don't matter what it is. She will give you a strategy in like two
Okay.
minutes. And we're like, how did you
Mhm.
come up with that? Because that never entered my mind. Like, what are we doing? And so I was like, oh, I got an idea. I was like, because as we said earlier, I'm a faith and fertility coach. So I coach women that are Christians that are dealing with infertility and that type of thing. Coach them on how to
Hmm.
have faith during the journey, all that. And so I was like, I really want to do a series of short videos and reels about Black women knowing their options when it comes to their fertility. Like, and I want to call it Dear Christian Black Girl, It's Okay. No, it wasn't that. It was Dear Christian Black Girl. I think it was just Dear Christian Black Girl. And basically, the premise of it, I wanted to basically do some videos for Christian Black women dealing with infertility, letting them know that they can do IVF and not be a bad Christian. They can do adoption and it's okay, And because at that time there was a lot of rhetoric about IVF is evil, you're playing God, and I'm like, how did we get here?
Right.
What's happening? And so I wanted to do some encouraging videos for women that were on that journey. And so I was like, Takesha, I'm gonna name it Dear Christian Black Girl. She was like, ooh, that's a podcast. I said, nope. Mm-mm. She was like, no, I'm for real. That's a podcast. And the thing about Takesha is she's prophetic too. And so I be having to listen when she talk, even when I don't want to. And I was like, well, if my podcast is your podcast, sis, so we're doing this together. She was like, wait, what? I was like, hey, you said it, not me. And so we started Dear Christian Black Girl. And then the year after, we brought Tiffany on. And then it just kind of blew up from there. But yeah, this was never supposed to be a podcast. I just
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
do
it's
like
about to
seven
take on
reels. I
YouTube.
just wanted to do seven reels. And now here we are
Okay.
with the whole thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. Listen, I think we all need though, like we all need to have a friend or a group of friends that that say, hey, like you already got the idea, like, and we're gonna go with it, like we're gonna see it
We're
through.
Mhm.
going to see what happens.
Mhm.
And so, like, you really have to, because if not, like, do you know how many ideas will probably have failed? Like, think of, I'm pretty sure Walt Disney had at least one person,
Mhm.
Colonel Sanders. He had like they had someone in their corner that was
Hmm.
like, you know what, go for it.
Yeah,
Like you miss
absolutely.
every chance you don't take. It's just that simple.
Exactly. You really do miss every chance
Like,
that you don't
mhm.
take. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's how we got here. Because I just wanted to do a series of reels for Christian women that were thinking about their fertility options. I just wanted to let them know that they weren't bad Christians because they wanted to explore IVF. Now, I did tell them, now if the Lord told you no to IVF and you still trying to explore that, that's a different conversation because now you're just being
Right.
disobedient. Now you're
Yeah,
just
that's
being
just
disobedient.
disobedience.
And what are we doing?
Exactly. You on your own with that one.
Right. That's all
I
that
ain't
is.
got nothing to do with that. Like that's for you
Exactly.
and the Father. I don't have anything to do with that. But for everybody else, so
Exactly.
yeah, that's how we got started. And so now
Okay.
we started on Clubhouse because it was just audio only. Then Tiffany's husband was in the background one day. It was like, y'all need to be on video. And I need my 3%. He's still talking about that 3%. Like, sir.
He is to this day. To this day. to today, right
And so
now.
that's how we
He
got on
is.
YouTube because we was like, do we really need to be on YouTube now? And then that's when the
And
Okay.
Lord
he's
was
like,
like,
yeah.
yes, and you need a camera. And I was like, a camera? like, I don't know what to do with this. But I learned. So one thing about me is that I am a faithful supporter and student of YouTube University. Everything that I know it's probably from YouTube University, okay?
I'm in a doctorate on
Man,
YouTube at this
listen,
point. You
listen.
know, call
I'm
me
getting
Dr.
my
Tiffany
PhD on
when it
YouTube
comes to
University, okay?
and
Exactly.
I have my doctorate in on YouTube.
Because here's
Yes,
the
I
thing,
do.
a lot of people be like, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." Have you checked YouTube?
Mhm.
Have you checked Google?
That part.
Have you checked anything
But do you know that
besides?
YouTube does have a university on there
Yeah.
that has courses for things on
Hmm.
there? Like, and people don't be really knowing because I like went on there and I was like, wait a minute,
Hmm.
y'all do have a school on here,
Mhm.
like for real. And I just started
Yes.
But
exploring.
Hmm.
even if you
But
don't
they
go to
do.
like the official YouTube school, all you got to do is go in that search bar.
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
learned how to troubleshoot things while I'm at a conference videoing because I went on YouTube and figured it out, right? And
I
so,
learned how to do my children's book off of YouTube and
oh, I
published
didn't
it
know
in one
that.
day. Yeah.
I did not know that. I did not know.
YouTube, the how to put it
Yeah, yeah,
together,
yeah.
the illustration, and all of that in one. Well, that was one of the nights that I worked y'all hours, and I was because God was like, "Oh, you getting it done today,"
God
and
said,
I'm
"Don't play
like,
with
"I'm
me." God said,
tired."
"Don't play with me." Like you finna get this done,
I was up to
okay?
1 o'clock in the
Exactly.
morning, trying to publish a book and be an illustrator. Like,
Hmm.
God, this is not I word. I do words, the words. I don't do the
God was like, "Well, you
picture.
finna do this illustration today?"
Is I about to say, he was like, yeah, you finna do it all now.
Yeah, it's
I
all
got, I got a job
it's
for you.
yeah, it's done. It's done now. Destiny and Layla is on the website.
Okay, Layla. Wait, you got a Layla too? Don't coach? Isn't coach's character Layla?
Yes, and that's why we were saying that we don't know what God doing with Layla,
Okay,
but
Layla
he
finna
doing
take over
something
the
with
world
Layla.
then.
Yeah, because she was like, I didn't want to put my book out because yours was already out and you used the name Layla. And God was like, no, put that book out.
Ah, I love it. I love
Exactly.
it. I love it. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I love this. Um, well, I was about to say something and then I forgot.
When I keep looking at your shirt, I keep seeing a commercial with the school bus and you on it and kids and then it's like filled people coming on the bus and it's filled with the products
Oh, that's
of what
dope.
you do.
That is dope.
Oh, so like a mobile type
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
giveaway.
yeah, yeah. That's dope. That's
Okay.
dope.
Cause I just keep hearing the wheels on the bus every like
Round, round,
when I sat
round,
down and I
round
looked
and
at your
round.
shirt, that's what I saw. It just went behind us like a bus with
Okay.
you're on it, it's kids on it, and then it's just filled with your products. And then I just keep hearing the wheels on the bus go around in my head. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, so now you said I'm up to from 10 to 4 now because now I need extra time to think, right? Okay. See, I we
It's
just
not
added two
it's not
hours
even
to
10 to
this.
2 no
to
more.
add
It's not
2
even
hours,
10 to 2 no more. Now it's
because
10 to
I'm
4.
all about the
It's
sleep
actually a work
ministry,
shift
okay?
now.
I'm all about the rest ministry, the sleep ministry. I don't try to be keeping people up.
Well, if you didn't want to keep her up, you should
Listen.
not have told her that.
I could not because it kept flashing.
Now
So
she's
if it
going to be
keeps flashing
thinking
in my
about
face,
it
that
between
means
the
that
hours of 10
Listen,
and
my
I done
4.
I'm
said,
I'm pretty sure like
hey
if
it.
you could see it, there's steam coming out my ears right now because I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, I like it. Let's see. Okay, what else can we do? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like if it's part of like a whole line, like the school bus thing, kind
Okay.
of,
She going to figure it
some
out.
kind of craft stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like,
you know I am because I'm definitely stuck on mobile giveaway at this point.
Yeah, she going to figure it out. I
Because I
yeah.
already
know the
know.
state is so big. The state is too big to actually have it at one location. So
Hmm.
I'm like, okay. Because I was already thinking, I was like, that's a lot. Like for people to drive, for hours and hours just to come get school supplies. Like, I mean, some people would,
Yeah.
but
But
some
that's
people
not
may not.
like feasible for everybody.
Exactly. So
And
was on the
then
school bus.
products could do, it could be like backpacks with that, like a logo
With like her logo
with the
on it.
school bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with the school bus, something
Okay.
school bus mat, something, with the school bus, and it could be a whole line. and
Okay.
maybe can tailor
Listen,
to the
Tiffany, I'm
school
telling
bus
you, she's gonna figure it out, and she's gonna send
to
me
the
a
school
text
bus
message, be
driver.
like, "I
Listen,
got
I'm
it."
definitely over here. Gears are turning in overtime. Okay.
Yeah, because they got to deal with the kids too. And you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Maybe have something kind of tailored to the school bus drivers.
Hmm.
They definitely do. Like, and they honestly, I think they get it worse than the
Oh,
teachers.
they definitely do,
Yeah.
cause them kids are bad first thing in the morning, and when they
First of all,
going
y'all gonna sit
home.
out on this bus while I slam on brakes, and all y'all come rolling to the front. Y'all gonna
Man.
sit down.
Because y'all know ain't
Okay.
no seatbelts on here. So a good jerk. No
Exactly. One
seatbelts.
wrong turn, you'll be in my lap. Now go
Okay, you
sit
gonna be
down.
on the ground. Stop playing.
Right.
Exactly. Go
Stop
Don't
sit down
play.
now.
playing.
Like they really get it. I don't know. I really think they need to have some type of security on these buses.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
that camera
They
that they
used
put on
to
there is
have
not enough.
monitors, but they don't have enough funding to keep the monitors on there
They don't.
anymore.
Yeah, it's
So
it's terrible. Like honestly and truthfully, the education system in general
It's
is taking
horrible.
a nosedive, and I don't see it getting any better anytime soon.
but where's these taxes at? Everybody taxing something for the educator. Where's this lottery money at? That's why y'all got lottery. All
That's
that
what I was
supposed to go
Supposedly.
wondering
to an
too.
education fund. Like, where you lot? In the way I be seeing people spending about $50 on lottery,
I'm about
that
to say because
the
I got some
whole
family
book bag
members.
full of
They done
supplies.
funded a couple classrooms oh for a couple
Yeah.
generations.
So
So
I'm
where
like,
the
what
money
the hell?
Okay.
Where is it? There's no way we got all these funds, and soon as you see, oh, the Texas lottery, I'm in Texas, oh, that's funding the school, and this
at?
education tax, this school tax. Well, where is this money at when it comes
Right.
to these kids and their school supplies?
Because we
Because
need
I
to
don't
see receipts
understand.
at this point. Because what is
Yes,
Exactly.
happening?
We really do.
Because
Because
what
this
is
is getting out of hand.
happening? Exactly.
They're
Exactly.
putting it in their pocket. That's just it.
Well, we
They're
because
putting it
see,
in
we
their
here
know
in
what's
pocket.
happening,
Texas,
right? It's not a
our
surprise.
governor passed a law for like vouchers now.
Mm.
Because they're trying to, I think it's like a $10,000 voucher, but they're trying to get it's taking funding from the public schools and it's trying to push all charter. And they have independent school
Um,
districts here, and so, but you have to think about it. Even if they do go to a charter school, you have to understand where these people are coming from with their
Hmm.
children. If you have a charter school on the other side of town in the good neighborhood, and that's a 45-minute drive, who's going to be able to
mhm.
do that? They're a single parent trying to
Exactly.
get
I
themselves
got
to
I
work
got
and
to
their
get to
kids to work. Get
work.
back. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I was just like, I don't know how that will work. I get it with the voucher. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tuition, but they gotta get to these kids.
It's
And
the
if
other
I'm
things
already
that come along
struggling
with
with
it.
school supplies, how am I gonna pay for uniforms? All of that, because that's for the tuition. You're not. I don't know if that includes all of the other stuff that they
Hmm.
gotta get.
It
So
probably
it's just
doesn't.
like,
Probably not.
yeah, what is that going to help?
Nothing.
A lot
It's
of times, I think when they think like when they make these laws, no one actually sits down at the table and thinks it all the way through. It's literally
hmm
like, "Hey, let's do this," and then when they like, and that's it. It stops right there. That's
That's
it. Okay,
insane.
we'll write a grant. We'll get the money, and now we have the money. It's like, okay, we got it.
But
Okay,
what
come
else are we
on.
doing?
What
Like,
else? We need.
there needs to
I
be
need you to
certain
think
processes
beyond.
in place for this.
Like
because
for
a lot of
real.
the
Like.
schools here, they're in the neighborhoods.
Mm.
Like in my neighborhood right here, I can go up the
Mhm.
street. It's an elementary school right in my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah.
So even if I lived over here,
Mhm.
maybe I don't have a car. My child goes right here in the neighborhood. I can just walk
Right.
up to the school, or we can walk to the school or the bus or whatever. It's like, and then my dad's old neighborhood, it's an elementary school over
Hmm.
there. So it's not where you have to be. The high school is right behind me, so it's like
Okay.
everything will be right in the neighborhood.
Hmm.
And but if you're trying to charter me out and you close this school down, but you got to send me all the way over to downtown Dallas, like, come on now, like that's
That don't even
crazy.
Right.
make
But you got a
sense.
voucher,
It literally
it
don't make
don't,
sense.
it don't. So
And then
it's
that would
just
be the
crazy.
school that put, these rules in place, about, tardiness and things like that. And then at that point, it's like, well, do you really want me here? Or you just wanted to wean me out
Exactly.
because at this point, it's like a double edged sword. Like I'm not. It's like, what did you hope to gain from this?
That part.
Like,
Ooh, do you do things like will you do crafts and stuff like and products and stuff for like people that homeschool?
mhm, I actually
Okay.
do. So I offer tutoring services as well. So I always, I'm actually like in my opinion, I tell myself I'm on the full spectrum of everything. So
Mhm.
it's like even for the people who who are homeschooling, and also people who are still in the classroom.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
good.
because I
That's
have some
good.
people, some friends that do. I'm a product of homeschool. I did public school,
Okay,
private school, and homeschool.
You
So
did
I
all
got
the
all.
schools, Tiffany.
Yeah, I did. I
but
really
that's
did.
good though. That's like you have insight on everything.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
when I left, when our private school closed, mind you, I was like, when did we close it? When I was in eighth grade, going to yeah, it was eighth going to ninth. So when I went to public school, them jokers was like, oh no, you got to go back and repeat the eighth grade. Who finna do that? Not me.
Cause
I'm not.
yeah, no,
I'm
Nah,
not
fam.
because
It's
everything
not
with our
happening.
school, had still had to go through the school board, so everything was
hmm
accredited. So I'm like, no, I'm not finna repeat a whole grade I just
mm-mm.
struggled through to get out of. And you think I'm finna go back to the eighth grade? Y'all got
Absolutely
me
not.
messed up. So
Absolutely not.
my aunt was like, I'll homeschool y'all and we gonna go through the same curriculum. And I ended up graduating high school a year early. I'm like, I'm trying to get out of school. When you trying to put me
Right.
back in the grade, I was not one to be Bush didn't have to do the law for me. I'm trying to go. Like the quicker I can get out of school is the quicker I can get out of my mama's house. Let's go. Let's run this up.
Oh yeah, I
Like
forgot
what
you
else
were
I
really
need to
trying to get
do?
out your mama house. Like you was
Surely
ready to
was.
go.
I was 16 with a full-time job, going to college with all my stuff on layaway because I'm finna move out. Like I got to go. Trying to get out of here. So I was not trying to stay in school. No, no, no,
Why
no.
are you like this, Tiffany? Do it.
I was. I needed my life. I just,
Nah,
it was
I
just too
needed
much. It
my
was too many
life.
Listen.
people in one house, and I needed to get out. So let me excuse myself. So you ain't got to worry about me. I'm gonna go. I'm gone by my
Excuse
business.
myself.
Just come on
You
out.
have
Yeah, I'm gonna come
issues.
on out. Don't worry about
You
it.
have issues.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to stay. I had to go. I had to be free. The caged bird was singing.
What?
Okay, and I needed to get out. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I was so happy when I got that diploma. I was like, that was freedom papers. Y'all talking about reparation. That diploma was my reparation for real. I had to get out.
There's really something wrong with you. I just need that to be known for the record.
I was ready to go. Pack
Oh
my bags. I was
my
trying to go
God.
for real.
Okay.
Mm-mm. But
Listen.
it was good. Homeschooling. It was fun though.
Was it?
It was personalized. It was. It
Okay.
was personalized. It was fun. My auntie and my uncle are drill sergeants, so it wasn't like that we didn't have no PE. They was like, y'all don't do PE. Who don't?
Like we
We up
did.
at 6 o'clock doing PT. Why am I up with you, sir? You the one who served the military. We are not serving the
Like I
kids
did not
Soldier
initiate
in the army of
this.
the Lord. I'm not.
I am not. And at that point, I was questioning about being in his army too. So I was like, oh, look, I'm not trying to be on nobody's army. I'm trying to be asleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. School is not until 8 o'clock. I have an
I,
hour. And then sometimes he'll wake us up like at 4.
sir,
Who finna get
sir.
up?
And how old were you,
No.
Tiffany?
Mm-mm.
I was like 13,
Absolutely
14. And then
not.
like if he
No.
will wake us up for
See,
PT, then my aunt, we're still in a Christian school. So we would have to get up for prayer and devotional before school. I'm like, this is too
see.
much. It's too much. It's
Okay,
too
you know
much.
what? I see. Okay, I understand exactly why you had the full time. Why you ready to get out?
Okay,
I
I
got it.
get it.
Yeah, it's too
Got it.
much.
I get it.
It's
Got
too
it.
much. It's too much. And then you gotta, and then you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna get over here in the corner and go to sleep. No, she checking.
Not you
What is she praying? What
She's
is she
making
talking
sure
to
you
God
really
about? What is she
praying.
hearing? What?
What did I talk to God
I
about? What did I
didn't hear
hear?
anything.
Excuse
I heard I want
That
to go
was
back
not
to
what I was trying to
sleep.
do. No,
me? Like I
I didn't hear
don't.
anything. I was literally nodding because we would keep our blankets, and then she was like, no, you take them blankets off because y'all going right back to sleep because we
Oh
be over there
God.
gone.
Tiffany, you had such an
See, yeah,
interesting
because
childhood.
And then
mm-mm.
we would have to do devotion. And my one little cousin, God rest his soul, it was our one of our the grandmothers of the church, but she,
Yeah.
was like our grandmother. And she was like, "What y'all learned through the devotion?" And he would always say every time, "To be a light." And I'm like, "That's the answer. Be a light.
I
I don't know
mean,
what else to be."
he wasn't
He
I mean,
wrong.
he's
ain't.
not
He's
wrong. He
not
was not
wrong.
wrong.
No, he is not. The guy said, "Let our light shine." Okay,
Exactly.
that's the glory. If I got the glory shining through me, I'm good. So
Exactly.
That
I don't need. So
is
homeschool was
hilarious.
interesting. It was personalized, but it was fun though because we got to do stuff that was outside of the norm that we wouldn't be able to do in the classroom in private school or public school. So it
Okay.
was cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
I've actually heard a lot of parents say that, because personally, I think, if I had children, I would definitely probably homeschool because, you get to go on daily field trips, technically, if you want
Mhm.
to. Like, you go to the
Mhm.
grocery store, that's a field trip. You get to
Mhm.
do, like, everything is, like you said, everything is kind of like personal. And so I don't
Mhm.
have to worry about sharing, you know, my teacher with 19 other humans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever I say, whenever I call my teacher or slash mom's name, she's going to answer versus her
Mhm.
saying, oh, well, I'll be over there shortly. I'm coming to you. Like, no, it's just, it's a few of us. So everything is personal.
Yeah.
And a lot of the friends, a couple of friends said that they're doing homeschooling their kids. I think they've been homeschooling their kids for a few years. They have a whole room set up, a classroom set
Mhm.
up for them.
Mhm.
It's not like they getting up and they just roll into the counter, the counter or the
Hmm.
table. Like they have the whole
They
setup. They
have
got
like
to
a
get dressed.
designated
They have
place.
yeah, they have recess, like everything, and so it's basically school. And that's when I thought about, I was like, oh, I wonder if she do customized stuff because that'd be cool for them, to have customized stuff to be able to, have for school. Because
Mhm.
hey, they're the only ones there, and so why
Yeah.
not personalize
Yeah,
it
make it fun
for
for
them?
them.
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Mhm.
So
But I actually like for people who actually take homeschooling seriously because some parents, like here, they'll say, oh, well, I'm going to homeschool my child. Ma'am, you barely made it out of school. What are you
no,
going to teach them?
no.
Like seriously, like some of the parents
They
that say,
can
"Oh, I'm going to
learn
homeschool,"
though.
Honey, they don't need to do them kids like that because them kids
they're
struggled in
setting them up
2020
for
in the
failure
They did.
because
pandemic,
The
and
kids
them
really did
kids went
struggle
back
exactly,
to
during
school
the
lost.
pandemic. They did.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
And I know for third grade, like we have a state test that we take, and so no, you're setting them up for failure. Like you can barely read. The form said fill out in blue ink, and here you come with purple. Clearly, you
Because
can't
it's your
read.
favorite pen.
Exactly. No, I need you to follow directions. I need so no. This is telling me right here that you're not capable of homeschooling anyone. If anything, come grab a chair and sit by your child in the classroom.
First
Both of
of
y'all could
all,
use a little schooling.
the fact that you
Like
can't follow instructions is rule number one. Like that's the first rule. We gotta follow instructions.
exactly,
Like we gotta get the instructions right. Come on now.
exactly.
That's
And so
And
it's
it's
hilarious.
my
like they
favorite pen. Oh,
Nobody
okay,
cares
because
about
blue
your
and
favorite
black is
pen
what
with
we
the
need.
instructions
and then they
say.
get fighting mad with you when you send another one home and they was you have to fill out another. I just did that.
You didn't
Yeah,
do it
you did it
right though. You
incorrectly.
didn't do
You
it
can't turn it
correctly.
in.
So you got to do it
Exactly.
again. Okay.
You
All
can't turn it
right.
in.
Exactly.
All right.
So yeah, I'm like, homeschooling may not be the best option. Like I've definitely had to tell a few parents that.
Really? Oh
Like,
wow.
no, I don't think that's the best option right now.
Mm-mm.
Especially not like I said, having third grade, knowing that it's a tested grade, that they have to know the curriculum. Mm-mm. No, this is not your time to fulfill the profession that you wanted to go into. Mm-mm. Just no, leave it to
Just,
us.
just, just send them to school. It's okay.
maybe
It's
maybe
okay.
kindergarten, maybe kindergarten, first grade, maybe, but
I don't
third,
know because some of them be kind of slipping on that, baby. They
No,
come
cause
into
like
kindergarten like,
my
you want
niece,
what?
my niece is in
No,
first grade, and I helped her with her
no.
homework the other day, cause she had to. And this I didn't know. She had to write out the five oceans. I was like, they're learning the five oceans in first grade.
okay, yeah, that's not about right.
I was like,
Yeah.
ain't that like third or
Hmm.
fourth grade when you like social studies or something?
See, the things that we did when we were in school, like, because when I remember when I first started teaching third grade, I was like, I did this when I was in fifth grade.
Right,
Like, what is this? So if I'm doing this now in third grade, and what are y'all doing in kindergarten, first, and second?
right. That they're
Like, are
learning the
y'all
five
writing
oceans.
thesis statements over there? Because I
Yes,
need to know.
they're learning
Like,
all
y'all got a
the
dissertation? What are y'all
Them
doing?
seniors is getting doctorates coming out of school. Like, what is you
Okay.
doing over here? Like, what is going on?
exactly.
Everything is so advanced, and it's like the kids are not grasping it at all. And so it's like, okay, but we social promote. So
Yeah.
here's your diploma. And good luck. That's all we really have. Good luck.
And then they get out here and
And they
nobody's
don't
like,
know
I think
anything.
no, and then I think when they become like seniors, seniors should be more career development, should be more that's where home economics should come
Hmm.
in at. I think that or
Mm-hmm.
just with high school period and where they should learn like entrepreneurship and stuff like that and learning how to balance a checkbook. You know, at
Yeah.
least
Mm-hmm.
Like
we
life
had some of that stuff
skills.
in
They need life
school.
Right.
skills.
Like writing in, I heard and
Writing in
I'm
cursive.
not sure how, yeah, they're supposed to be bringing that back and I said that's signing a document, like y'all literally took that. To me, I don't know, I might went a little bit deep in the spiritual
Oh no.
world, but I'm like, y'all literally put a word curse on our kids and saying y'all never sign a document
They
because you
So,
don't
have to have
know.
a signature on anything that is legal. A legal document
but
has
there are
to have a
parents who don't know
signature.
how to sign
That's
documents. They would
crazy.
send forms back at the beginning of the year, like you know the forms that they request the information,
Hmm.
and it says signature of parent, signature of guardian. They some of them send it back blank.
Oh God.
Some of them just literally like just print their name
Oh
and the
no.
letters are
Oh
unrecognizable. And so
no.
I'm just like, yeah, like they write as if they're in
Oh
kindergarten and first grade.
Jesus. And these
And
are
I
And I'm
was
just
proud
like,
of my cursive writing.
me
I
too. I
was
started
ready
early. I
to
was happy.
go. Yes, I was proud to know how
Even
to do
now, I
cursive
just
writing.
don't give me a blank piece of paper, a random piece of paper. I'm scribbling, I'm write my name in cursive on. I gotta make sure I still got it.
Yeah, that's how I did when I got my first book. I practiced my signature when because I was doing a book
Listen,
signing. I was like, I got to make sure this look good. What are you talking about?
yes, you
Yeah,
have to.
yeah. My
But to
autographs
see
and
the
stuff
amount
too.
of parents
Yeah.
that don't know how to write in cursive is crazy.
That's so interesting.
Like it's scary
Yeah,
because I'm like, okay, if you don't know how to do it, then what are you actually teaching this child at home
to just do
besides
the
laughing?
initials.
To just
Hmm.
exist, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that someone's gonna always do everything for you, and then that's where you will hit that brick wall because in Miss White's class, no, I'm not doing it for you. No,
Tiana's
mm-mm.
like, yeah, no, we're
No,
not. We're not doing that.
no, because it's like 20 of y'all, and it's one of me, and so when the real world hits you, then what?
Exactly.
Then what?
Exactly. They're not gonna know what to
Like
do.
Right, and
no,
then that's how forgery comes along, and then they
Exactly.
just sign your name, and then
exactly. That
here
really.
you are, and then you like, well, I didn't, no, I didn't sign it, and they done took everything, and then you
Hmm.
like, well, that's your signature. I didn't
I
sign
signed
that. It's
She's
everything
like,
looking
come
away.
at
on
you.
now,
Yep. Yep.
you
Yeah.
gotta
Tiandra,
do
we
it,
have
man.
enjoyed you so much today.
Listen, I thoroughly enjoyed being here. I love it.
Yay. Yay,
I
yay, yay.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is there
The
anything you want
teacher
to leave with
magic.
the audience? Anything you want to tell them about the Teacher Magic Company?
Um,
You got
just be on the
anything
lookout
going
for
on? Anything coming up soon?
yeah, just be on the lookout for my mobile school supply giveaway because
Yes.
now that that's dropped in my spirit, it's definitely going to I'm gonna make sure that comes to pass. So I'm definitely excited about that. But just I'm excited for the growth that is definitely to come in my business, and I don't want to just want it to be for me. I want it to be for those around me as well. So
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay. Okay. And guys, we will definitely put Tiandra's and the Teacher Magic Company all the information in the show notes so that y'all can go check her out, especially if you are an educator, if you are a homeschool teacher, all those things. Definitely go check her out. Guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on this video and to the YouTube channel so that you can get notified every time we got a new video because y'all know we are in a new season of Dear Christian Black Girl. We're excited about all the things that the Lord is doing with this season. Make sure that you go to dearchristianblackgirl.com and sign up for our mailing list. That way you can know when we start planning out the live show, what that's going to look like in 2026. That is not happening in 2025. We don't unless the Lord blows on a lot of stuff. It's not happening in 2025. Okay.
Unless he come manifested
Yeah.
back,
And he can. So
he
you're
can.
not gonna know if you're not a part of the mailing list. That's what we're saying. You got to be a
Hmm.
part of the mailing list so that you can know what's going on. Because the Lord has been on my neck about this live show. And so it has to happen. Also, don't forget that the all in one journal is still on sale. Here we go. All in One Journal is still on sale. Y'all know this journal has literally everything. You got a calendar, a monthly calendar. You got a space where prayer requests. What are you praying for the day? You have daily affirmations and supporting scriptures, Bible study, just regular line pages, to do list. Yeah, y'all know Tiffany. She did her thing with this on the inside of it, and we thank her. But yeah, y'all, that's all we got for today. I do have to go and put my producer hat on immediately after we get off of this. So we love y'all. Okay, bye.